Hey everybody. Since my last episode of Pool School, where I taught you how to test your pool water, I've already gotten a couple emails about adding chlorine and things like that. So in this episode, I'm going to do a quick brief overview of adding chlorine tablets to your pool. A quick note here. I'm not a fan of adding liquid chlorine to your pool unless you're using it to replace shock and get your chlorine levels up after maybe a big pool party, or you're trying to really bring your chlorine levels up from a very, very low place rapidly. Other than that, I'm not a fan of using liquid chlorine. Again, liquid chlorine dissipates too fast, it evaporates too quickly, and it's just not cost effective. One more very important thing. When you are dealing with pool chemicals, chlorine tablets, chlorine liquid, muriatic acid, soda ash, bicarbonate of soda, stabilizer, which is cyanuric acid, you really want to be very careful. They are dangerous chemicals. They can be harmful. Please make sure you read all the cautions and warnings on the labels. And one of the things that I do is I either wear latex gloves or some kind of rubber household cleaning glove, and I also use like these dollar store tongs for the tablets, and I'll show you those in a moment. But do exercise extreme caution when working with the chemicals, and again, don't let children play with them. They are dangerous. And one more thing to consider. If you use chlorine tablets for your pool, you probably have one of two types of delivery systems. One is a floating chlorine tablet dispenser, and the other is some type of in-ground or in-line, what they call erosion dispenser, that actually has forced water going through the system and it erodes the tablets. If you have one of those, adding your chlorine is pretty much the same, but I'm going to show you as if you were using a floating tablet dispenser. So, this is my floating tablet dispenser. You notice it's just a standard basic thing. There's lots of fancy ones that have all kind of cute little things at the top of them that you can get. I prefer these. These are cheaper, they're simpler to use, and they just do the job well. They dispense really well. Down here on the bottom, that little blue thing, you can actually adjust that by twisting it to adjust how much dissolving or how much exposure it's going to get to the water, and that can actually help if you want to put more tablets in. But this is a very simple thing to use. I'm also going to put a link in the description of this video that you can actually click onto and purchase one of these online. Like I said, they're very cheap, they're inexpensive. Depending on where you live, they'll probably last you a year to 2 years, and it's a very cheap investment to make. Oh yes, some of you have also asked about getting chlorine tablets and muriatic acid and things like that. My suggestion is to go to a pool supply company or store and pick some up, or you can probably purchase them online. Just look up 3-inch large chlorine tablets, and you can probably find all kinds of special deals on those. A lot of those places offer free shipping. As far as muriatic acid and or liquid chlorine or like bags of shock, I would suggest your local Walmart or Target. I also know that Costco sometimes has a pretty good deal on tablets. We've tested our water. We've determined that we are low on chlorine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my dispenser, take the top off. This is the top. It's easy. It just goes in like this, and you twist it and it locks. And then I use a pair of tongs, salad tongs. I got these at the dollar store for, guess how much? You got it, $1. And I'm just going to take my tongs and grab 1 or 2 tablets and put it in here. Now, how many tablets you use is going to depend on how low your chlorine is. If your chlorine levels are pretty low, you might want to add 4 or 5. Also, it's going to depend on the use of your pool. For instance, in the summertime out here, most of my pools, I will put 4 to 5 tablets a week in these dispensers, and they'll be operating with the windows or the ports completely open the whole time. During the winter in Arizona, it will literally go down to using between 1 and 2 tablets a month. So that's how much different the use is when it comes to the heat and when it comes to how many people are using the pool. So again, I've added 2 tablets into this one. I'm going to take the lid, and you see that little notch? Where's my notch? There it is. You see that little notch right there? It fits into a little groove. And then I just twist it closed. And I'm going to go back and put it in my pool. Okay, floater's back in the pool. And the chlorine is starting to dissipate and dissolve and disperse in the pool. There it is, gang. That's how you add chlorine tablets to your pool. Again, if you want to get one of those floating dispensers, you can pick one of those up. In the description area below this video, I'm going to have a link to where you can go purchase one online and they'll deliver it to your house. And as far as, again, tablets and things like that, do a Google search, look for chlorine tablets, so the 3-inch chlorine tablets, or you can go to your local pool supply company and pick them up there. As far as acid, remember, when you add acid to a pool, and I'm going to do another video to talk about that, make sure you use muriatic acid. And always, 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 these are chemicals. They can be harmful and potentially dangerous, so keep your kids away from them and read and obey all the warnings and cautions on the label. Once again, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comment section below, or you can email me directly at kennypoolschool@gmail.com. And again, there will be the address, kennypoolschool@gmail.com. Please remember to like and share this video. And lastly, be safe, stay cool, and always watch your kids around water. We'll see you next time.